Today we're discussing the Pixar theory. The Pixar theory that we all know starts with the Good Dinosaur, Enter Monsters Inc. and has Boo traveling back in time, and Brave that basically says that every single Pixar film is on the same exact timeline. However, although the Super Mario Brothers do tie in every single Pixar film on their timeline of the Pixar theory, there is one movie that does break this timeline and create a vast questions of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. So today I'm going to discuss this movie and why it breaks the timeline, and then also show you the new timeline that it would create. And this film, you technically could say, is part of the Pixar theory, which it is. It is part of the Pixar theory, and this Pixar theory that I'm going to show you is a different Pixar theory than one that you're used to. So make sure you watch till the end, because I'm going to break the mold on the Pixar theory. However, this particular movie does fit within the Pixar theory, such as given by, YouTubers like the Super Mario Brothers. However, it does kind of raise some red flags and does help us to create my Pixar theory. Without further ado, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into today's video. So this movie is Buzz Lightyear, the Buzz Lightyear film that broke the Pixar theory, and this is why. All the Pixar theory movies are on the same timeline, whereas Toy Story happens, Bugs Life happens, different time. Cars are us in the near distant future. You have Wall-E taking place in the far, everything all piecing together. I'm not gonna go into the full Pixar theory right now because I like my theory, and this is my theory. The movie Buzz Lightyear, in that sense of the theory, would potentially play the role of being within the Toy Story franchise. So it's in the Toy Story franchise. We actually do get canon information that Andy went to go see the Buzz Lightyear movie in theaters. The movie that we saw is the same movie that Andy saw. So, with that being said, it is a movie within that universe. It definitely well fits. You could just say it's a movie within that universe, and boom, fits in the timeline it came out when Andy was a kid at some point in between the Toy Story films. Okay, boom, done. That's it. No more else to say about that. However, the fact that it is a film is entertainment within this universe. There are other things that could potentially be this entertainment within this other universe. So I have constructed this Pixar theory to split up into two separate events. One is the real event, and one is the entertainment event. The real event that obviously is going to be the Pixar films that are real or potentially real. And then the other one is going to be entertainment, such as Buzz Lightyear. So I'm going to basically split it up into those two categories. And entertainment. I'm going to go down the list of all. So I'm going to put each of the Pixar films into two separate categories, being real and entertainment. I'm going to be starting off with Toy Story, because Toy Story is the first film that came out, and it's also very nostalgic for me. I used to love watching Toy Story as a kid, and it is what brought me into the love of Pixar itself, and probably for many of you. So Toy Story is real, and I'm going to base that off of basically saying that Andy just used his imagination, and what we see with the toys is all Andy's imagination. Or toys are alive. It'd be really cool to see toys alive. Anyway, Toy Story is real. And then we have, let me different color marker. So you can see a little better. And Buzz Lightyear is entertainment. Buzz Lightyear is a film that Andy saw within the Toy Story franchise. I'm not going to go in any particular order, but Up is real. Up is just a Boy Scout going out with an old man in the forest, camping. Cars is entertainment. Cars is a film that we watched. It's definitely that type of concept of a film that you would watch in theaters. It's very interesting. It's just that it creates a whole nother world. You have all the people as cars and all the vehicles as airplanes, such as like Thomas the Tank Engine and things like that as a kid. So Cars would be entertainment. Monsters Inc. would be entertainment. And this is what kind of breaks the Pixar theory, because if Brave is real and Monsters Inc. is not, then Boo can't travel back in time. So it just creates a separate timeline. So we have monsters, and that includes all Monsters Inc. franchises. Cars is also going to include planes. The Good Dinosaur is going to be a little bit of a difficult one, because if it's real life, we don't know fully about it. We know some research about it. So Good Dinosaur is going to sit right here in the middle, because it's both. It could be entertainment, and it could be a film that we have, just like Land Before Time, which is a great film as a kid. So Good Dinosaur is going to be right there in the middle, basically on both real and entertainment. Elemental is going in entertainment, because Elemental would be like a science fiction thing to teach kids about elements, I guess, like science class thing. So Elemental is entertainment. Onward. Onward is a very special entertainment. It could be a science fiction film about mythical lands. It also is based off another theory that I had a long time ago about Andy playing Dungeons and Dragons. So Onward is Andy's D&D game. There we go. We also have Soul turning red, which turning red technically could be both. I'll put it there for now. Wally is going to be entertainment. It's a futuristic science fiction film that maybe Andy would have watched when he got a little older and was into like sci-fi, Star Trek, Star Wars stuff. Then we have Incredibles. Incredibles are definitely entertainment. It is like us with Marvel, DC, superhero stuff. It is entertainment. And then we have, like I said, Brave. Brave is another one that's kind of like in between, because we have films that are like take place in that time period. Nemo is entertainment. Bug's Life is entertainment. And then we have, what am I missing here? Ratatouille. And we have Luca. Anything that is like a mix between science fiction and realistic, I'm putting in the middle category because there's some strange things that happen in the Toy Story world. You have toys that are alive, if it's not just Andy's imagination. So these could fall in both those categories. With that being said, Toy Story technically could fall in both categories too. Bugs, I forgot that. Okay. Yeah, so don't get me wrong, I do like the Pixar theory, but it's a great concept. It creates everything on one single timeline. But I just wanted to try to get a different feel of it and try to figure out a different way to look at these films. So if we look at Toy Story, Up, and Soul as like the main real life events, Toy Story, the first Pixar film to come out, if you look at it as just a real life kid playing with his toys. Actually, now that I think about it, let's say, scratch all that. The new Pixar theory, the new Pixar timeline is Toy Story is real. Everything else is not. Andy plays with the toys, has great imagination. That's what we see. The toys with it's great imagination, although they do travel on his own and end up in the car and all that like that. Anyway, it's Andy's imagination. So Toy Story is real. Everything else, including well, I guess no. Inside Out. Inside Out and Toy Story are the only two real films because Inside Out is just a girl going through the emotions and learning how to grow up. So Toy Story and Inside Out are in the same universe and possibly Good Dinosaur. Like I said, Dinosaur and Brave technically could be in both just because we don't really see what happens back then. We're talking about this single timeline here. So yes, Toy Story, Inside Out, Brave, Good Dinosaur are all technically in the same universe. So Riley and Andy would be in the same universe, just different areas of living in the country. And everything else is a entertainment that they would have seen. Andy played D&D about Onward. Onward was also a science fiction film. Buzz Lightyear was a science fiction film that inspired the Buzz Lightyear toy based off of a real astronaut. Cars, Soul, Monsters Inc., Elemental, Nemo, Bug's Life, Luca. These were all films that they saw. So Andy is a kid like me watching these Pixar films when he grows up. Riley is a kid like me watching these Pixar films growing up, being a kid, playing with the toys, going through the emotions, playing Dungeons and Dragons, rolling that crit 20 to defeat the Manticore or whatever it may be. Andy and Riley are the only real characters in Toy Story. Everything else is imagination in your head or on the silver screen. Let me know your thoughts about this concept of the new Pixar theory. I know it's a little scrambled, but this is the new Pixar theory. Let me know your thoughts down below. Comment your favorite Pixar film. Let me know. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button while you're down there, and go check out my merch store and all the other links down below. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Anything you can do down below will help me out a lot. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next. Before you go, make sure you check out that video right there and that video right there. They have to do with the Pixar theory. It was a video I did in the past about discussing the Buzz Lightyear film when it first came out. Actually, that video was talked about by Screen Rant, so go check it out.